Hey everyone, what is going on? It is Rob from Crypto Bobby, and today we are talking about some of the big movements going on right now in cryptocurrency. Bitcoin breaking $4,000 per Bitcoin for the first time ever. Neo continuing its ridiculous rise into the top five of now market capitalization cryptocurrencies. And we're also going to talk a little bit about just overall strategy in terms of buy, hold, and how to secure your coins. So, my name is Rob from Crypto Bobby, and I appreciate you taking the time to join me. If you are new to this channel, hit the subscribe button. I'm coming with day-to-day videos on what's happening in the crypto markets, such as Bitcoin breaking 400, such as Neo going from not obscurity, but pretty close to a top five currency, and how you can best capitalize on these types of movements, where you should put your money, just common sense investing, without the hype, without the fluff, without the pump and dump. So appreciate you taking the time to join me today. And again, getting back into I think the big news of the day. Right now, we have the big daddy, the papa in cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, is now above $4,000 per Bitcoin, which is pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. It was at a few different points today. If I hop into CoinMarketCap right now, at a few different points today, actually over $4,100, which is pretty nuts. At a certain point, I believe it spiked up to about close to 4,200, and now we're right above $4,000 right now. And I mean, what does this mean for Bitcoin? What does this mean for cryptocurrency in general? I think anytime we're looking at Bitcoin hitting these incredible all-time highs, these huge valuations, it is good for the space. It adds legitimacy to the space. Obviously, anybody who's been in on Bitcoin for quite some time is going to be very happy, because you are now looking at a incredibly strong profit. Even if you were to get in on some of these dips into the mid to low 2000 range, you are still looking at a very fat profit. How does this affect everything else, though? Well, today, if we're looking at some things today on CoinMarketCap and just these markets in general, a lot of the larger coins are getting money moved from the coins like Ethereum, coins like Ripple, coins like Bitcoin Cash. They're going into Bitcoin because people are looking like they don't necessarily want to miss out on this continued rise up in Bitcoin. So that's been interesting to see. Specifically, one of the big drops today, at least from a market cap perspective, Ethereum was up at 315 yesterday and down to 292. Personally, I think that looks like a somewhat decent place if you're waiting to buy in on Ethereum. That's not necessarily the worst place in the world to buy in. I think that Ethereum, as I've said in the past, Bitcoin has been rocketing through the roof the past couple weeks. All of August pretty much Bitcoin's been rocketing through the roof, setting new all-time high pretty much daily. Whereas Ethereum has had a nice little run up to the 300 mark, but over the past week or so has kind of stayed steady. So I think that Ethereum is going to have a nice run within the next month or two. Maybe not right now, but if you're looking to get in, today might not be the worst time ever. Outside of that, one of the other big developments, Bitcoin, or outside of Bitcoin today, outside of some of the other coins that have been losing market share to Bitcoin today, Neo is not one of those coins losing market share. Neo is up 48% today, which is just ridiculous. Going from a few less than $10 basically for its entire existence, really rocketing up the past, let's say, 7 days. This has gone from 7 days ago, this was at $15, Neo was, and pretty much everybody was saying Neo's getting pumped, it's too expensive, there's no way it's going to go up, there's nothing good that's going to come if you buy it. Neo's now above $50, above $50 per token, which Neo's above $50. And really what this past week has given me in terms of a lesson. So I do have Neo. I hold not a lot. I wish it was a lot more. But I do have Neo. I do hold it right now. It's just kind of chilling, and I don't plan on selling it. even though things have spiked pretty rapidly. But I did sell. I bought Neo at $6. So I bought Neo maybe 2-3 weeks ago. Bought it at $6 after a crash from 11 down to 3, went up to 6, and I thought, hey, it'll probably go back up to 11 sometime. So maybe I'll make twice as profit and I'll flip it. So when it went up from $6 to maybe 12, I was like, well, I'll take some profits. It's probably going to drop down. Everybody online was saying it's going to drop, it's going to drop. This is getting pumped, this is getting pumped, and it didn't drop. It just kept going up and going up and going up. So from that standpoint, this has been a lesson for me in that, sometimes it's good to take profits, and sometimes you should just let it ride. Granted, it's impossible to know ahead of time. This might crash back down from $50 to $10. I think that it has enough legs that I'm going to be, profitable regardless, coming from $6. But it's a good lesson for me because I've lost out on thousands and thousands of dollars in profit because I thought, hey, I'm going to listen to everybody else who says, sell now and take the profit because it's going to drop. And I did that and it didn't work out. So just being honest, because that's, I think, what a big thing for me is, and what you should understand what this channel is I'm trying to tell you, what I've done, where my head's at, and, the successes I've had, the failures I've had, because I'm not going to be right all the time, not even close to it. And I'd love for you guys to learn from my failures so I can kind of walk you through what I've been doing, why I think I've had some success, why I think I haven't had some success. And so with this, I've made a very healthy profit. Don't get me wrong, but I would have made probably 2 to 3x the profit because I sold like 50% of my stake. So just keep that in mind. If everybody on the planet is telling sell, 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 just because everybody's saying that doesn't mean it's not going to continue to go up in price. Doesn't mean it's not going to go up 5x. And you never know. You really just don't know. This is a crazy world in cryptocurrency, and it's something that you should really consider. So sometimes I think it's just better to maybe let it ride, especially depending upon your investment goals. Are you looking for the quick 25%, 30% flips, or are you looking to take your $5 into Neo and make that $50, which I somehow got lucky and did. I just didn't do it with enough. So I'm gonna actually pull out something here that I think is helpful outside of really Neo, but this has been the Ledger Nano S. This has been somewhat of a godsend for me, I think, in terms of just kind of mental clarity. So if you are new to cryptocurrency, or if you're starting to invest and you're increasing your investments more and more, what I would recommend doing, and I'll put a link to this I'll pull it up right now for you, but I'll put a link to this in the notes so you can check it out. But I would recommend heading over to Amazon, and if you have, let's say, if you have a couple $1,000s in crypto and it's in a bunch of different altcoins and you're getting really tempted to do these trades and you're kind of getting jumpy, you see Neo go from $10 to $50, or you see your Civic rising or your 10x rising, you see your Bitcoin rising, and you're getting tempted to sell, you're getting tempted to play around. One of the things I would say is having a wallet like the Ledger Nano S is something that I would definitely recommend checking out and potentially utilizing, because the reason is, so you can actually see here, I did purchase this on August 1st. So the reason that I recommend this is, number one, it's really safe. So super safe. Even if you have an infested computer with viruses and all types of crap, for the most part, if you utilize a Ledger Nano S, your coins are going to be kept safe because your private keys are never exposed to anything but the device itself. So it's about the safest way that you could store your coins. And between this and, for me, GDAX, Coinbase, since they are insured, I'm keeping the vast majority of my stuff on my Ledger Nano S. A little bit on Bittrex for the trading and just to have quick access. But I've been trying to move the majority of my coins from my current wallets, or from where it was in Bittrex, where I was super tempted to go. And if I saw a spike, I'm going in there and I'm logging in and I'm saying, hey, maybe I should sell, maybe I should take some profits. it takes a lot of the temptation away when you have your coins, when you move your tokens, your coins, your crypto to from an exchange to a Ledger Nano S or to a Treasure. I've heard the Treasures are good as well, but I've used the Ledger Nano S. The one drawback that I would say is that Ledger, this is, I believe it's a reseller. It is Amazon Prime. I bought it on Amazon Prime. I think this is like $80 on Ledger's website, but there's like a 2-month delay or something crazy because so many people want these. So if you are looking at purchasing a Ledger, I just did it through. I did it through Amazon. I think it's like literally a $60 premium or a $70 premium, but I ordered it on a Wednesday. It came on a Saturday. So that was the one benefit to it. I ordered it on August 1st, and I've had it for a week or so. So I really like it. And like I said, the big thing for me is that you want especially if you start to have a high number of your personal net worth or just a large amount of money. Anytime you're talking about multiple thousands of dollars, if you have maybe a couple hundred, but if you have $500 in crypto, it's probably not worth spending $150 in a crypto wallet. But if you have $5,000 in crypto, it's probably worth it to spend $150 on a wallet that's going to make it safer, and it's also going to reduce some of that temptation that you have because it makes it more difficult. You can't just whip out your phone and log into Bittrex or GDAX and trade your stuff. You literally need to get your Ledger, and then you need to plug it into your computer, and then you need to go to like My Ether wallet, or you need to go to the Chrome apps that they have and utilize that. So that's my thought process on kind of removing some of the temptation behind trading a little bit, and how I'd recommend storing your cryptocurrency. Because if I had done something like this previously with Neo, if I had put it on a cold storage type wallet, if I had put it on on my Ledger, I wouldn't have had the issues that I'm running into right now, because I just got antsy and I set sell orders and I took profits where I shouldn't have. So to give you an example of what I'm doing now is I have OMG. I feel pretty confident in OMG. I know it's quite expensive right now from where it's been, but with that being said, when I'm looking at OMG at this point in time, I think that it has some pretty long-term value. So when I'm accumulating my OMG, I'm throwing it straight into my Nano S, throwing it straight into my Ledger, because I don't want to get I don't want to get tempted. If it goes up, great. If it goes down, great, I'll buy more. But I don't want to get tempted to sell it. And I think what I'm looking at in a lot of cases is, trading's great. It's fun. It gives you that kind of like dopamine hit. But for the most part, if I make a trade, I want it to be an intentional, thought out thing that goes on in my mind for, a day or a week or whatever. I want it to be an intelligent thought process. I don't want a trade that I'm making to be something that I'm doing because the market just is going nuts and I'm getting antsy. So that's what I would recommend for you too. I mean, trading is, you can make a lot of money trading, you can lose a lot of money trading, but whatever you do, make it intentional. Don't get caught up in some of these like crazy instantaneous hype cycles, or all the comments in Reddit that might be saying, hey, buy, or sell, whatever it is. Just be aware, be intentional about what you do, and be safe with your crypto. That's really the biggest thing, is outside of just even buying or selling coins, keep them somewhere safe. Ledger Nano S is probably the safest place. Also, if you're really new, if you're not super familiar with all this tech, and you just want a good entry place, Coinbase and GDAX are both insured. So if they are to get hacked, I believe there is some level of insurance on that. So that's something to keep in mind as well. So if you're looking just to, for a place to store your Ethereum or your Bitcoin, and you don't have enough money in it where it justifies a Ledger Nano S, or you just like the simplicity of it, Coinbase would be a good option in my opinion, or GDAX would be a good option. They're the same company. But if you're going to do that, always everything, really everything in life, but especially in crypto, use two-factor authentication, and then use two-factor authentication again, because if it's in Coinbase and somebody takes it from your wallet because they have, a keystroke on your keyboard, or if you have a virus in your computer, then you're screwed, and Coinbase isn't insuring for your own personal fault and your own personal loss. That's only if they get hacked. So if you get hacked, if somebody steals your stuff because you don't have two-factor authentication on, don't be an idiot. Set that up properly and just make sure you're doing the right thing. Outside of that, I really appreciate your time today. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you have any coins, if you have any tokens that you think I should be looking at, maybe I should do a little bit of analysis on, I would love your feedback in the comments. And again, if you are new to this channel, or if you're listening on iTunes, hit the subscribe button hit the subscribe button, hit the notify button. I would love for you to like this video, share it to anybody who is interested or new to crypto. Hope this has been valuable for you. And again, Rob from Crypto Bobby signing out. I hope you have an awesome day, and I hope you're trading, holding, whatever it is you do. I hope it's going well in crypto, and I'm just here happy and here to help out. Have a good one.